All right, everyone. MSNBC decided to announce the other day that according to their own polling, Elizabeth Warren is the number one choice among Democrats for a running mate for Joe Biden. And when I saw that, I had a moment of clarity and realized this is a perfect way of displaying why Democrats are bad at strategy. This is the perfect thing to show people if you want to prove to them that liberals don't understand at the moment political strategy at all and they keep making mistakes. It's because of poor DNC leadership and poor decision-making by a lot of lay Democrats. Elizabeth Warren would be an unmitigated disaster as a running mate. I'll tell you why. There are multiple reasons. Reason number one, her ability to debate, and she would have to debate and make appearances, is extremely limited. I know that there are a bunch of Yas Queen Slay people who do jazz hands and think that she's a strong, empowered woman. If you want somebody to be like that, you want someone like Klobuchar who's able to put a sentence together. You want Klobuchar is the best. Gillibrand a close second in that category. Kamala's not great at debating either. The problem is that you've had a slew of candidates in the Dem field and a bunch of other Democrats attendant who are sort of adjacent to the race, who are very good at generally speaking, but they're very, very bad at speaking if they're being antagonized. What does Trump do best? What is his main, in his talent stack, as Scott Adams would say, what's one of the best things that he has about his personality from a political perspective? He's good at getting under people's skin. This is really bad news for Biden also, because Trump is going to spend the entirety of all three debates, assuming that there are debates at all, wheedling him, trying to get him to step off the teleprompter, out of his normal political facade and into the I'm tough Joe Biden corn pop caricature. If he manages to do that, by the way, he destroys Joe Biden almost instantly. He won't be able to reverse course once that happens, and I predict that it will. We're going to see some weird shit. Elizabeth Warren is like that. You remember the time that Charlemagne the God there was on his radio show was grilling her and insinuated she was the original Rachel Dolezal because of the fact that she has lied continuously about her ethnic background? What was her response? She stared like a deer in the headlights for almost as long as Joe Biden stared when he was asked about whether he would release the potentially Tara Reade-related portions of his record from the University of Delaware. She couldn't respond. She didn't say anything. She just sputters and goes silent. Yeah, it's really great to have her campaigning when she's asked basic questions. And not by people who are like trying to get a gotcha moment, but just asking her pertinent questions, pertinent details about her personal life. She wants to be the fucking president of the United States. She can't even answer them. Yeah, great. No, Klobuchar can. She can go toe-to-toe with reasonably good debaters. She could probably fend off against Mike Pence and not get antagonized too much. Kamala might be able to do that, but Elizabeth Warren definitely would not. Secondly, how old is Elizabeth Warren? She's 70 years old. Yeah, nothing says youth appeal like a near 80-year-old man with a 70-year-old running mate. By the way, again, the first female president would then become an appointed rather than elected politician because she'd be the running mate, not the actual president from the get-go being voted for explicitly. Joe Biden is not, if he gets elected, going to make it through the first term. The stress of the job will probably kill him. Or his dementia will progress and he'll have to drop his position. He'll have to resign. I'm sorry to tell you this, but people who are pushing 80 who have obvious cognitive issues do not go another 4 years able to do that kind of job. Maybe some jobs. Their job is raking leaves or something. Other than occasionally taking their pants off and taking a shit in the middle of the lawn, maybe they can still do that. But they probably can't be president. The job is complex, and a big part of the presidency is just figurehead diplomacy. Shake the hands, appear pretty for the cameras, and say something nice. Make a nice speech. Can Joe Biden really do that? Not most of the time. Can Elizabeth Warren? No. Yeah, her appearing before the White House press corps and getting asked tough questions, that's going to go over real goddamn well. Elizabeth Warren is too old. She's not optically convenient, in contrast to Biden. Again, another old white neoliberal. That's not a good way to get the left on board either. No, they want Kamala Harris. That's sort of their compromise figure, which is why she's the most likely. Joe Biden has already mentioned a person of color is needed in my administration. That would be, I think, acceptable to some of the Bernie fans. Although, again, Kamala rubs people the wrong way. I think it would be much safer to choose Klobuchar. That being said, I expect it probably to be Kamala Harris. Stacey Abrams is an outside shot. But the idea, if Joe Biden picks Elizabeth Warren, he's nuts. He'd be fucking nuts. Her optics are basically like a less finesse version of Hillary Clinton anyway. He'd be better off choosing Hillary as a running mate, arguably. At least that would get enough controversy going so people wouldn't stop fucking talking about it for a week. Oh my god, she's going to seize the presidency. And then the Yas Queen Slay people will be like, oh yeah, we can have Madam Hillary will be our president, save us all from evil Drumpfler. All we got to do is vote for the dude who's probably going to have to resign in a year or two. That'd be funny. Yeah, it chooses Michelle Obama. It's not going to happen, but that'd be funny. Arguably, it would be better if she chose like a Michelle Obama. All the Obama-maniacs would be like, oh, Biden and an Obama back in the White House. Wow, Yas Queen Slay, what a good time. With Elizabeth Warren, she barely came in third in her own home state. That's not going to work, dude. She barely beat out Michael Bloomberg for third place in her own fucking home state. She doesn't have a coalition. Because Amy Klobuchar and Kamala Harris robbed elements of the Yas Queen Slay votes from her because they happen to be 20 years younger and look better for the cameras, and they have better personalities overall. And I can already hear it, like Elizabeth Warren fans. If you mention her personality, so you wouldn't say that about a male politician, you're just a sexist. You hate strong, empowered women. No, I hate Elizabeth Warren. I think she would be an unmitigated disaster for the country. By the way, she would be for the Biden campaign too, so be careful what you wish for. That's about all. Peace out.